time for June favorites, and I have a lot of good stuff to show you this month. In any video in which I had a lot of compliments about my hair, it was because my hair looked longer and fuller and nicer, and basically because I wasn't wearing my hair. I was wearing hair extensions. I've had them since April, but I haven't really gotten the chance to use them very often up until this past month. I don't have them in today, just so you can see as a comparison. This is what my regular hair looks like. I will link to the last video that I did with them in on the screen if you want to see how it looks like when they're on. They are by Irresistible Me. This isn't even the full set. This is, I believe I got the 18-inch. Yes, the 18-inch set, but not the most grammage. And I don't even use, my hair's really fine, so I don't need to use the full set. I just use 4 of the wefts. I use 2 of them that have the 2 clips, and then 2 of them that have the 3 clips. So I only use about half of the set that you actually get. So I got them to match my highlights. So I got them in a dark ash blonde color. I didn't have to color them at all, and they end up matching the bottom of my hair perfectly. When I have them in, it just kind of blends in really well with the bottom of my hair, and they look really, really great. So that's it. This has been my hair secret for the last month or so. I am going to have to wash these because I've been wearing them a lot, like I said, but I really enjoy them, and I highly recommend them if you're looking into clip-in hair extensions. I am very low maintenance when it comes to hair. I don't really do anything crazy when it comes to putting them in. I don't tease my hair before I put them in. That's why I don't put in that many, and I didn't get super long ones. I only really want them for a little bit of length and mostly just for fullness because my hair is really fine, but I am very happy with them. Moving on to body products. This is amazing, and I don't think I'll ever be without it. It's by Kiehl's. It's the original Musk. This is a shower gel. This makes showering such a nice experience, and it just makes me really happy. It smells amazing. It's a very masculine, powdery, musky scent. It's very clean at the same time. The scent lingers onto the skin, but not in an offensive way that it will interfere with whatever perfume you want to wear. It's great. So if you feel like treating yourself and you want to try a fancier shower gel, I highly recommend the Kiehl's Musk one, especially if you'd like to smell like a sexy man. Men and women alike can rejoice because the Kiehl's Musk is amazing. Something that has been revolutionary ever since I saw Nur's latest under eye concealer video. I will link to it below if you haven't checked it out. She set her under eye concealer with loose powder, and she used a beauty blender to apply it. And what? You're using a beauty blender for powder? I don't understand. It does not compute. But I tried it. I think she was using the Ben Nye powder, but I don't have that. The only loose powder I have right now is the Chanel one, and I used it with my beauty blender. These are usually pink, but mine is black, just like my soul. At the end of everything, I used a little bit of the loose powder. I dipped in the beauty blender, the sharper edge of it. I dipped it in the powder, and I set my under eye concealer with it, and my under eye area looked incredible for hours. I don't even really think it makes a difference what pressed powder you use with it. I just think the technique itself is amazing. So I've been using that for more special occasions, and I have absolutely loved it. When it comes to lip products, first I'll start with the combination that I have on today. And this is the Hourglass Femme Nude Lip Stylo in shade number 03. It is a very pale, peachy nude color, and I love the finish of it. It is very matte when you put it on the lips, and it's extremely pigmented. So you have to be careful, because if you overdo it, if you apply too much pressure when you're putting this on, you might get Jersey Shore lips, which is not a very flattering look. This is the Clarins Lip Balm Crayon. This is the shade Creamy Pink. It has a little bit more of a glossy pink, rosy pink sheen to it, and they just look so pretty together. If I wanted something brighter, I have been enjoying this a lot. This is the Dior Fluid Stick, and it's the shade number 373. It's a bright coral color, and it's gorgeous. Very long lasting as well, and very flattering, especially now during the summertime. I have used Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream almost every night this month. I had a really bad breakout, and it kind of moved over to the side of my lip, so I had this irritated spot that I was constantly putting treatments on it. I was putting, benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, all the things to make it go away, which made the skin at the edge of my lips super, super dry and sensitive. And every single night, I've just been using the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream on top of that area to keep the area hydrated and to kind of facilitate the healing of the skin, and it has worked really well. Blushes, I have gotten into brighter blushes this month. Usually I am the queen of subdued rosy shades. That's kind of what I stick to for most of the time, but this month I felt like I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up, so I was drawn to the brighter shades of blush in my collection. The first one is by MAC, and sadly it was limited edition like most good things MAC makes, and it came out last summer, I believe. The color is called Royal Flush, and it's a gorgeous pinky peach shade. It's a satin finish, but leaning more towards a matte. There is not much sheen to it. It doesn't look as bright when I'm swatching it on my finger, but when you're putting it on the cheeks, it just adds a great pop of color. And another thing is something that I actually wanted to sell. I made a little blog sale pile, but one day I just decided to pick it up and use it. And I really liked it, and I kept using it for the rest of the month. By NARS. It's the Taj Mahal blush, and it is a crazy burnished, shimmery orange color, and it's intense. It's very, very pigmented. But if you're careful, and if you have a little bit of a tan going on, a little bit of this blush, just a tiny dab of it in the middle of your cheeks after you're done, your contouring and your bronzer, it just looks amazing. And it works really well when you're doing very minimal makeup everywhere else. You just kind of want your cheeks and your bronze to stand out. I've also been using this Dior Sun Deck eyeshadow palette a lot. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but I think this is kind of what prompted my love for NARS Taj Mahal, because this color in here, this orange, reminds me of NARS Taj Mahal. I love this eyeshadow palette, and I've done a bunch of looks with it. I've talked about it enough, so I'm not gonna keep droning on. And finally, skincare, but still in the eye category, eye creams. I've talked about this before. I'm still working through my sample. A little goes a long way. It is the Ole Henriksen Ultimate Lift Eye Gel. It doesn't have any fragrance in it, and it's a nighttime treatment. You apply it on the area at night, and you go to bed, you wake up with just the nicest, most refreshing looking under eye area ever. I cannot recommend this enough. Another eye sample that I've been working through, I've had a bunch of these and actually really enjoy this, but this might make it to the full size purchase. It's by Fresh, and it's the Black Tea Age Delay Eye Concentrate with Nani fruit juice, firms and illuminates. I've been using this in the day. So I use the Ole Henriksen gel at night. In the morning I've been using this, and it is awesome. It is just a very gentle, thin lotion consistency. It doesn't have any light reflecting properties or anything, but it hydrates the area. It feels really good, and my under eye area has looked awesome ever since I've been using up my samples of this, and I'm gonna keep going with it. For the first time in a while, I've actually noticed a difference in my under eye area. So that concludes my June 2014 favorites video. I'll be filming a non-beauty favorites video as well, maybe in the next week or so. If you're ever wondering what I'm up to during the week, make sure you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, or you follow my blog, because I've been blogging quite frequently these last few weeks, and I plan on keeping it up for the rest of summer. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in July. Bye.